Good afternoon, everyone. Well, it's afternoon where I am anyway. So, big news, I graduated. Yay! Yeah, I graduated on Friday. Basically, we just took our final test and don't even know how I did on it, but I graduated, so I guess I did decent enough to graduate. Yeah, so I'm done with school. My 4 weeks is up. It was a long, intense, tiring 4 weeks, but I'm done. I got 160 hours of truck time. More like, probably honestly a total of maybe 2 hours of truck time on the road anyway. When we went out on the road, we only drove for about 10-15 minutes each. Because, we had a good 20 people in our class with one truck that was able to go out on the road. So we took 4 people at a time and basically drove from Charlottesville to Zions Crossroads. If anyone's around the Charlottesville area or even from Virginia, you might know that that's, again, only like a 15 to 20 minute drive. And we were doing it from the Boyd Tavern exit, which is exit 143 maybe, to Zions Crossroads, which is not long at all. But hey, I graduated, so let's be excited. Yeah, graduated. So that's the end of my class. I don't have my CDL yet because I still have to go through the testing with the DMV, which will be about 2 weeks, is what I was told. Because we have to go down and test in Chester, Virginia, not in Charlottesville. So we have to kind of be put on the waiting list, and I have to go back, not Monday, but I think either Tuesday or Wednesday, and take like a kind of a mini test for my school for them to make sure I'm ready to go test, because they won't send you until you have 5s on everything, which I think the only thing I don't have 5s on is parallel parking, because for some reason I'm either in too deep or not in deep enough in the hole, and that sucks. It's annoying. But other than that, all's good. Life's great, It's date night for me, which is why the hair's decent, and, got the diamond necklace and the low-cut dress on and all, but gonna go in here and give me a good old steak to celebrate. And I will show you my certificate later. I just don't have it in this car. I have it in my 96 hatchback, which some people for some reason have a problem with the 96s. I've been told, I'm not gonna say no names or anything, but apparently the 94 hatchbacks are better, but they don't have the bubble booties. I'm sorry. If we talking about hatchbacks, they gotta have bubble booties, man. 96 to 98 all the way. EK Mafia. Anyway, but yeah, so that's it for class. It was the class itself, we all kind of formed as, I wouldn't quite say family, because again, it was only 4 weeks, but we each helped each other out, and we're all rooting for each other. Everyone wants to see everyone succeed. The instructors overall, they were awesome. A few of them were kind of but that's personal issues with me. So, and for the females, don't let that scare you off. Someone's always gonna have something to say, and mentally you just have to block it out. And I've been learning how to, these people are staring at me, so I'm probably looking like I'm talking to myself. But anyway, you have to be mentally prepared to be mentally strong, and to be able to kind of just block it out. So if you're a female doing it, go you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see all y'all succeed, to be honest, because I just like looking at these stories. I've been watching several people on YouTube and even Instagram, just kind of how they started out and where they came from. And it's awesome to see these people now in big companies and doing great, and even getting, their own trucks. It's awesome. Eventually, I want to be there. Eventually, I will be there. I know what I want, and I'm going to get what I want. Simple as that, And I'm not talking about materialistic things, but I kind of am. I know I wanted this car that I bought, which I'm sitting in right now. It's nothing fancy, but it's And I'll tell you about my car background. My first car was a 1990 Nissan Maxima. I hated that car. I hated it. It was an automatic, but it would stall out in the middle of the road. Like one time me and my brother were pulling out of school, stalled out in the middle of the road and tried 18-wheeler almost hit us. So, hated that car. I got rid of that. I told my mom I hated it and I was going to get something new. I think I was 16 when I got that car. And the deal was, eventually to pay them back. But they were nice and it was, they paid like $900 for it, but whatever. And so I went out looking for another car and I was going to get a newer car. That was the only stipulation my mom had. It had to be newer. Well, at the time I couldn't even drive a 5-speed. So what did I do? I went out and I bought a 1989 Honda Civic hatchback. That was a 5-speed. It didn't go well with my mama. I didn't tell her. And when I did tell her, I was like, hey, I bought it. She's like, well, you can't bring it home. You can't drive it. What did I do? 4 days later, your girl pretty much taught herself to drive it. I drove from Scottsville, Virginia, Charlottesville, just the first day of like actually being able to pull forward without stalling. Drove to Charlottesville in the middle of rush hour, which is like 4:30 to 5. So I learned pretty quick. Didn't burn the clutch out, which was awesome. And I love that little car. That was my favorite car. So eventually I started to get tired of it. I put coilovers on it, put wheels on it. Did like little modifications to it, nothing big, but then I got tired of driving an 89 Civic that wouldn't even go but like 65 miles an hour pushing it. So then I went and got my 96 hatchback, which is my baby. Lowered on coilovers. They have function form type 1s, JNC wheels, 15x8s in the front, 15x9s in the back. Yes, the tires are stretched. Got it painted a little over a year ago, and of course you got like a couple stickers on it, and then you got brand new interior, GSR confetti seats, Circuit Hero shifter with a big long, not gonna say the name of it, but shift knob. Well, why not? It's a dildo shift knob, basically. It's not an actual dildo, obviously, but it's one of the long, like, I think it's 13 or 14 inches, so it sits like this, and basically, like, it's up to my shoulder when I shift. My goal is to make it hit the rear view mirror. I'm just rambling now. So I got that car, got it all, like, prettied up. Maybe I'll show y'all one day. I know one person thinks that since it's an EK hatchback, he don't like it, but whatever. I'm just giving you a hard time. You know who you are. Yeah. So, and then I got my 2014 Chevy, which I like. Which is making a weird noise. Has two-tone interior. The only thing is, for some reason, it keeps resetting in Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I know no Spanish. I was fluent in French, but I don't know Spanish. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up real quick because I got to get ready to go. But, so that's the deal. I'm going to make another video probably tomorrow explaining more about what I need to do, what my next step is, and the companies that I've already sent in a pre-hire to. So, you guys and girls, if you're watching, y'all have a good night. And hopefully, I'll get another video up because I've been slacking, because I'm a slacker. I procrastinate. I forget about a lot's going on. I'll explain that in another video. But bye, guys.